Boy, does it suck when the people you trust most in this world stab you in the back as if you didn't matter. Well, that's exactly what happened to today's Redditor, Cody, who thought he could leave his best friend and girlfriend together while he popped out for a quick meeting. But when he got back, he was hit with a dose of reality. Cody's been with his girlfriend Aaliyah for 4 years, and he's been best friends with a guy called Nathaniel for 11. He's a regular guy who works for a multinational company doing a night shift, and while he does that, his girlfriend runs her own bakery, and his friend is involved in his family's business. Why are you drooling like that?
I don't know. You said bakery, and I started to fantasize.
Anyway, Cody and Aaliyah have been dating since college, and they even have a cozy apartment together. One evening, they'd planned for Nathaniel to come over and have dinner, which was going to be cooked by Aaliyah. Nathaniel arrived at their place at around 8, and without wasting any time, they all started drinking, dancing, and, just having a good time. The party wouldn't last though, because around 9:30, Cody got a call from his manager, requesting that he attend a meeting because the employee that was meant to be going couldn't make it.
Must have been one heck of an important meeting to call him in for it.
When I first read this story, I thought the same thing. Well, because Cody had to leave, it kind of put a damper on the whole thing, but he promised that he'd be back real fast and that they should continue having fun until then.
I guess we know what kind of fun they ended up having.
Tell me about it. In any case, while Cody was on his way to the office, he got another call and was told that he didn't have to attend the meeting because the other person could make it. At the time, Cody was very happy about this because it meant he could go home and continue partying with Aaliyah and Nathaniel. All in all, he was out of the house for around 40 minutes, and when he got back, he didn't see anyone in the hall or kitchen. But it wasn't long before he saw Aaliyah and Nathaniel coming out of the bedroom.
So what? Did he confront them on the spot?
Actually, he didn't. And in fact, they both seemed very happy to see him. So the rest of the night was actually pretty good. After Nathaniel left, Cody did have a conversation with Aaliyah about what he saw.
What were you guys doing in the bedroom?
Nathaniel needed to use the laptop, so we just sat in the room while he did whatever it was he needed to do.
Did he believe that, though?
Well, he didn't press her about it because to him, what she said made sense. So after that little talk, they went to bed. In the morning, though, while Aaliyah was at the bakery, something hit Cody like a ton of bricks, which was that Nathaniel couldn't have been using his laptop because he took it with him when he was called in for the meeting. So now, Cody's wondering why Aaliyah lied to him about what they were doing. And of course, his mind jumped to the absolute worst thing they could have possibly been doing. He didn't want to sit on these thoughts for too long, so he quickly called Nathaniel and asked him to come over, saying that it was an emergency. At the time though, Nathaniel said he was at work but would come over soon.
He probably had a hunch that he'd been figured out, right?
Possibly, but in any case, Cody was stressed. He wanted to know what they were doing in the room together, so he figured, why not just ask his girlfriend directly? So he jumped in his car and drove down to the bakery, but when he got to the car park, guess whose car was there?
It's gotta be Nathaniel's.
Yeah, which messed with Cody's head even more. After all, Nathaniel just told him that he was at work.
Yeah, he was working on something all right. So what? Did he go into the bakery and confront them?
I feel like that's what most people would have done, but Cody, he went home and started doing research about cheating.
Huh?
Yeah, he was probably on Reddit or something because he was reading suggestions that other people had made, like installing hidden cameras, so that's exactly what he did. He found someone or a company online and had cameras installed that day. Aaliyah got home at around 7 o'clock, but Cody really didn't have it in him to face her, and Aaliyah could tell that something was up with him, but he just said that there was an issue at work, then headed out. So he gets to work, and he starts watching the feed from the new cameras through his phone, and he did this for 3 days, but didn't see anything. Since he didn't see his wife getting up to anything shady, he started to think that he'd just been overthinking.
It doesn't change the fact that she lied about the whole laptop thing, though. And what about Nathaniel saying he was at work?
Well, to Cody, these were the two most trusted people in his life. so he may have been thinking that there's no way they'd stab him in the back like that. In any case, he was starting to think that he should just get rid of the cameras. But before he was able to do so, on the 4th day, he saw something that he'll never be able to forget. Aaliyah and Nathaniel were in the kitchen together, hugging and giving each other kisses on the cheek, fooling around. Cody could not handle this, so he ran off into the washroom and started crying. He was still watching them on the camera though. And after they had their tea, they started going at it on the sofa. By this point, the screen on Cody's phone was covered in tears. I mean, watching his 2 favorite people humping like bunnies couldn't have been easy.
He must have driven home immediately. I wouldn't have been able to control myself.
Well, the last we heard from him, he was staying at a hotel for a few days and still hadn't confronted them about it. And that was 4 months ago from the making of this video, so who knows what's happened since then. Hopefully though, he kicked them both to the curb, because having people in your life who you can't trust isn't going to get you the best results. But I've seen enough of these stories to know that there's a pretty good chance that he stuck around and gave her another chance. It wouldn't be surprising. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed today's video on coffee and popcorn, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.